Hey guys, welcome back to the Real Estate Machine Show. It is Friday, January 10th. I'm your host, Chris Matan. I really appreciate you for joining me again. Before I get into the show, I want to send a quick shout out to my dad, Michael Matan, who is recovering from arm surgery that he had on New Year's Eve. Doctors say yesterday that he is healing beautifully and most likely will not need any rehab. So that is great news for all of us. Most importantly for him, we're all very, very grateful. Now to get into the show, as you may recall from Monday, we had set some goals for the week, and today is the day that I have to confess and give you the results of everything. So actually, it was a phenomenal week. I had a great week. We set some goals. I wanted to do 25 conversations, and as of right now, and it's Friday afternoon, I've done 27. Those 27 actually led to 5 appointments. I wanted to, my goal was 2. I had 5 appointments this week, 5 meetings between my real estate company and my machine shop. So very, very good results. I'm very, very pleased with that. I also followed through on sending 10 personal note cards and also got my mailer out. My mailer was calendars. So some of you watching may get a calendar. If you did not, I apologize. Don't judge me. If you'd like one, send me a message or a comment, and I'd be happy to get you one out there. They are the most beautiful calendars in the world. They have months and days of the week and everything. It's really, really cool calendars. I mean, really. So anyway, just a joke. So to get into the show, I want to touch on a couple things. This is going to be kind of geared towards real estate sellers. If you have a house for sale right now, or you're thinking about selling and you're talking to your agent, or you're looking for an agent, or whatever the deal is, I want to make sure that you guys listen to and hear about absorption rates. I think absorption rates are critical to getting your house, to setting an expectation of getting your house sold, and setting an expectation with the agent, and setting an expectation with yourself, and a time frame on when the house is going to sell, and also pricing. It all kind of works together. Everybody signs a listing agreement, and there's a certain date. It could be a 90-day agreement, a 6-month, a 1-year agreement. The reality is that when you hire somebody to sell your house, you want to sell it, and you want to sell it as quickly as possible for the most amount of money. So to price it properly is key. And to look at that price, you want to look at the absorption rate. And the absorption rate, in essence, means how long it would take to sell out the entire inventory of a year. So, some areas may be 2 months, some areas may be 4 months, and different price points are going to have different market times. It's kind of related to the market time. So if you're in an area where an absorption rate is like 30 days, you've got an opportunity to really sell at the top of the market. And your agent should know that, and your agent should educate you on that. And if you're in an area where the absorption rate is 6, 9, 12, 18 months, you got to look really, really closely at your price. And if you've got a deadline, or if you need to sell, and you've got to be in a new place, or you've got to be in a new state, or whatever the case is, and you're giving yourself a timeline on getting and giving your agent a timeline to getting the house sold, you've got to look at that, and you've got to price your property correctly. Because if you price your property according to a 30-day absorption rate, and you're a 2-year absorption rate, you're out of luck, man. You're not going to sell your house, or it's going to be very, very challenging. So you want to price your house accordingly. So have that conversation with your agent. Make sure your agent educates you on that. And also, if you don't have a definitive time frame that you want to be out of your house and into another one, or whatever your specific circumstance is, that's another conversation that you have to have with your agent. Because if you've got no set goal, they're not going to have any set goal, and your agreement and the process is just very aloof, and it's going to end up coming back to expectations. So I always like to make sure that I understand and am aware of my client's situation, when they need to have the house sold, when they need to close, when they need to move, what the circumstances are, where they're going, and make sure that I take that date very, very seriously, and get the marketing done properly so that the house is sold. So make sure that you're doing that. This kind of leans a little bit more on the residential side than the commercial side. Commercial real estate is a little bit different, but from a residential standpoint, if you need to be somewhere in the summertime and you're getting your house geared up to sell, but you're in your market times, your traditional market times in your area are 1 year, you got to look at that price and make sure that you're priced very, very aggressively to get it sold, and not look for that needle in a haystack buyer. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense. Anyway, so listen, we got a weekend coming up. I've got some showings scheduled for tomorrow morning with a very good buyer couple of mine. I'm excited to show them houses. We've seen a few things. We tried to buy something last week. We were outbid. Believe it or not, there are multiple offer situations still going on in this market. So you got to be aware of that too. You got to be aggressive. You got to, have an agent that knows what they're doing and, writes good offers and knows how to communicate to the other side as well. We didn't come through on that one, but, I'm pretty confident we've got some good stuff to see tomorrow. And they're a great couple. They're very excited. They're a first-time buyer. And, I'm hoping to get them into something and, start this chapter of their life. So as far as the rest of the weekend goes, I am going to spend it with my family, my lovely wife and my daughter. Maybe we'll hit a couple open houses, maybe we won't, we'll see. But, I try to make as much time for my family as possible. I think that that's important. You may have seen a Facebook Live of mine earlier this week where I took you on a quick little tour of our shop, showed you the glamorous life of manufacturing and machine shops. So it's working out where the balance is really going. I'm spending time in each business and using one business to set up the other one and really time block my day. And our shop is poised to have one of its best years in a long time. Actually, I got a new guy starting on Monday. That's going to be a whole nother episode. I'm talking about teams and your team on the shop floor, your real estate team, and just having employees and a lot going on with that. So anyway, until then, I will talk to you guys on Monday. I hope you have a great weekend, and appreciate all the support. Again, feel free to comment, criticize, suggest anything. You could also find me on YouTube. Love if you'd subscribe to the channel. Stay in touch, man. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Talk to you next time.